Hello, Holliston. Welcome to Santos Field on Saturday night for some Tondorf League baseball between the Holliston Panthers and the Ashland Clockers. And the game is off to a quick start as Nick Larsh, number 12, singles into left field. That was Nick Larsh, your leadoff hitter for the Panthers. On the mound pitching for Ashland is number 34, Keegan Weist. Stepping into the box is number 11, Kevin Rudowitz. Holliston topped the standings at 7-1. And Ashland. And Rudowitz grounds slowly to short. Shortstop picks up and throws the first to get one. A nice play by number 45, Connor Cowan. And Larsh advances to second on the fielder's choice. Andrew Lee steps in, number 1, with a runner in scoring position. So one down, Larsh will advance to third on the wild pitch. Ball 1 to Andrew Lee. On deck, Owen McCarron, number 7, hot hitter for the Panthers. So Panthers at 7-1, Ashland at 3-4-1. And Weiss delivers wide and outside 2-0. 2-0 to Lee. The last matchup between the two was a pitcher's duel. A 3-1 final, the Holliston team winning. And in a 3-1 battle with a total of 8 hits. That's lone in the dirt and inside 3-0. That stat provided by our high-budget statistician and statistical team led by Mark Dennison, my co-producer. I'm Brian Winston. Welcome to Cassidy Fields. And this one is sliced to right. It's going to get over the right fielder's head all the way to the fence. Lee to second. Larsh scores. Lee rounds second. He will stay there, and that's a strong poke. Opposite field power for Andrew Lee. He knocks Larsh in, and the Panthers have a 1-0 lead. Andrew Lee continuing to swing the bat well this season for the Panthers. In steps the big lefty, Owen McCarron, number 7. He has been on a tear recently. And that pitch is high and inside to the lefty McCarron, 1-0. Lee on second. Weiss delivers for a strike. Keegan Weiss, lefty, starting pitcher for Ashland against the lefty McCarron. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, ball 2. 2-1 Lee coming off the base as the pitch crosses home plate, looking to take that next base. An aggressive base runner, Andrew Lee. And McCarron swings through it for strike 2. So 2-2 to Owen. On deck is Brady Sweeney moving up in the lineup. Nope, excuse me, Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill on deck, number 10. That's in the dirt, low and away. Full count now to McCarron. Runner in scoring position, 1 down. And that's sliced. It'll go to the shortstop, who fires to first to get McCarron. Lee advances to third. The shortstop again. That's Connor Cowan. Might be mispronouncing his last name. A great play at short. So good play by Connor. 2 down now. Lee on third. And in steps Sean O'Neill. Another hot hitter for the Panthers, O'Neill. On deck now is Brady Sweeney, who has moved up the lineup with some hits lately. O'Neill with 2 outs. And that's a hard shot to the gap right in front of our camera booth. It's to the fence, a long single, but Lee will score easily. And now O'Neill going to second, and he'll be safe as a little mishap with the ball. Shortstop number 45, Connor, just off the end of his glove. Sean probably would have been safe anyway. So Sean with a strong base hit to the fence here, right in front of our executive camera suite. And brings in Lee, 2-zip Panthers. In steps Brady Sweeney, number 6. And the first pitch was a ball. And make that 2 balls now. 2-0 to Sweeney with 2 down. On deck, Sam Winston, number 5. So 2 runs in already for your Holliston Panthers. Threatening to get another one. Sweeney chops one back to the pitcher. Weiss throws over to first base, and that will end the inning. But the Panthers get 2. Top of 1. 2-zip Holliston. Ashland coming up to bat. Bottom of the first, Santos Field in Medway. Tondorf Saturday Night Baseball. It's Nick Larsh on the mound, who is lone away for ball 1. Your batter is Connor Kramer, number 2, for Ashland. It was absolutely pouring in Holliston when we all left there, heading to Medway. And as we got to Medway, the rain died down. It's still a little gloomy looking, but there are patches of blue sky. Game time temperature about 73 degrees. Very humid. But looks like we're going to get this game in its entirety, at least for the moment. Some thunder threatening off in the distance, as I say that, of course. And that's a quick walk for Connor Kramer. So the leadoff batter is on. In steps Keegan Weiss, the pitcher for Ashland, number 34, lefty. So Larsh with a man on. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first again. And this is a flare off to the left side. O'Neill chases it. It'll be out of play. Rolling towards Rooney's. The sugar and grease shack that everybody loves here at Cassidy Field. Larsh deals. And he didn't hit him. It looked like it was close. Pass ball nonetheless. And Kramer will advance to second. Kramer on second now. And a bobbled ball, but no advancement there. Kramer on second. 2-1 Holliston. Large delivers inside, and that will make it 3-1 to Weiss. So Keegan looking to advance his teammate here with nobody out. And an outside strike there, so Larsh gets a break, a well-needed break, and it's a full count now to Weiss. 3-2. And it's topped foul to the right side. Your Holliston defense, starting with the outfield, Sweeney, Brady Sweeney in left, Andrew Lee in center, Terrence MacArthur in right, third base Sean O'Neill, shortstop Kevin Rudowitz. And Nick gets him on the curveball in the high outside corner. Keegan is frozen for the looking strikeout. 1 down now for Ashland. And here comes Connor, the shortstop. Continuing that infield, it's Kiley, TJ Kiley at second, Sam Winston at first, Joe Gentile catching. So that's your Holliston defense here in the bottom of the first. Connor swings through. It's a first pitch strike. And that one's fouled. Quickly 0-2 now with 1 out. Larsh winds, delivers. It's in the dirt. Good scoop by Gentile. Nice backhand scoop there to prevent the runner from advancing. So more thunder off in the distance. Hopefully that it is north of here, and hopefully it will stay that way as that one is fouled back. Count stays at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Just outside for a ball. Not many games left here in the Tondorf season. Holliston has a game at the moment, and then one at tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. And a game Thursday, and that will conclude the regular season. And that pitch just misses. Wow, tough break for Larsh. Looked like a nice high strike there. Instead, it's a ball. So runners at first and second now, and in steps Jack Reardon, number 19. One down, first and second for Ashland. As a little bit of drizzle begins, and he swings and misses, gets by Gentile, the runners will advance. Kind of an awkward check swing. And the ball gets by Joey. So the runners advance now. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 strike. Good scoop by Joe Gentile. Low and away on the backhand. 1-1 to Reardon. 1 down. 2-0 Holliston. And a good block there by Joe on that pitch in the dirt. Holliston looking for an out here. And that pitch is low and away. 3-1 to Reardon. Rain now coming down a little bit more, and that's a hard base hit into right field. MacArthur into the cutoff Sam. He looks to throw. Close play at the plate. Doesn't get him, though. 2 runs in for Ashland. It's a tie game. We will credit the Holliston defense on that base hit by Reardon as MacArthur fielded it cleanly on the cut 4 to Winston. Turned and looked too late, but well executed. So at least the boys mentally in the right spots on that hard base hit by Reardon. And in steps number 4, Max Dushney. 1-1. The throw down to first. It gets by the first baseman, Winston, into right field. MacArthur gets it in to Kiley. Tough play there as they tried to get the runner leading a little bit at first base. Low throw and then into the runner, and now the rain is coming down. The rain is picking up here. But we'll play on. And there's the pitch. It's outside for a ball to Max. So more thunder off in the distance. And the rain will pick up. And there's a strike. 2-2 by my count to Max. Runner on second now is Jack Reardon. 1 out in a 2-2 game. And a beautiful curveball there by Nick Larson. He gets him standing and looking, and up to the plate, will step Jake Rimza. And now the rain really picking up. And that's a hard hit to shortstop Redowitz. Fields it cleanly. The throw to first, and a scoop by Sam Winston, and they get the out. So nice play by Kevin. That had to have been a wet ball. Sam scoops it up. They needed that out badly to end the inning. So, some action here in the first, and not just sports. We're talking weather action as the rain now comes down harder, and it looks like we're going to have a delay as the ump is taking a break here after 1. So, after 1, 2-2, Holliston and Ashland, and we'll be back when the umpire says so. The rain continues to come down here in Medway, and we have an update. Breaking news from Terrence, Andrew, and Nick. What's going on, boys? Give us the latest update.
So after 1 inning, it's 2-2. We finished the first inning, and that's about it because the rain's pouring right now.
It started to rain, so we're gonna have to resume the game tomorrow from where it left off at 7:30.
Put the tarps out and start coming down.
So basically, let me understand this. It started raining after the first inning, raining hard. The umpire then decided to call the game, and we'll replay this tomorrow as a doubleheader.
Yes.
Because you're already playing at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll be playing Hopedale, then we'll be playing Ashland. Resuming to the second inning.
Yeah.
So you'll pick it up from the second inning, and Sam will be leading off. Exactly, great. And Sam and Brady are over in the corner, off stage right there. Excellent, boys. Well, fantastic update. We really appreciate the breaking news. Any other thoughts on the game so far, or anything about the Holliston season so far?
I thought our offense was swinging the bats well, but we need to work on the defense with the errors a little bit.
Yep.
I think this season is
probably our best season.
We're gonna win. We're gonna do it. Hey, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. This is our season. We're gonna win.
Yep.
Okay. The boys are feeling confident. We love it. Thanks, gentlemen. It's Nick Larsh, Andrew Dennison, and Terrence MacArthur. Thanks for the update, boys. So we'll hopefully be able to bring you the rest of the game tomorrow. Hello, Holliston, and welcome to Tondorf Baseball. It's Sunday, July 9th, and we are back at Santos Field for the continuation of last night's interrupted game due to rain between the Holliston Panthers and the Ashland Clockers. We got one inning in, and then the deluge occurred, and the tarps were brought out, and then the umpire decided to cancel the game and postpone it until tonight. So here we are on Sunday night, a beautiful evening, game time temperature about 77 degrees here at Santos Field. Gorgeous day, and the two teams will meet to continue what they started last night. So it is 2-2 after one full inning. Holliston is the away team. They will be coming up to bat first. I'm Brian Winston, along with cameraman and co-producer Mark Dennison, to bring you tonight's game on Holliston Cable Access Television. We'll be back when the game begins. Good evening again from Santos Field in Medway in this Tondorf League matchup between Ashland and Holliston. Beautiful Sunday evening for baseball. This is 12-year-old Tondorf League baseball. The Panthers will start the second inning. As we mentioned earlier, the game was begun last night, and then a downpour occurred and postponed to tonight. So we will pick it up from where we left off last night, and up steps number 5, Sam Winston, for Holliston. Number 34, Keegan Weiss, who was the pitcher last night, is still the pitcher on the mound for Ashland. Joey Gentile on deck. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on Sam. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Sam slices one. It's a fair ball down the line and left. It gets slightly by the left fielder. He gets it in, throws to second. It looks like a wild throw. Sam is cautiously and wisely staying on first base. So a leadoff single for Winston to get the Panthers rolling. A win tonight guarantees the Panthers a number 1 seed in the Tondorf tournament, which will have, or could have, implications in terms of an easier path potentially to the playoffs. We'll get to that a little bit. Joey Gentile, that is, steps in and chops at one, foul. 0-1 to Gentile. Sam on first with nobody out in this top of the second in a 2-2 game. Joey, a hot hitter, and slices that one into right, and dropped by the right fielder, and an overthrow. And Sam is now being waved to third on the overthrow. He's going to slide, and the ball just going all over the place. Finally trapped by the Ashland catcher. So Gentile continues to make consistent contact. Right fielder had that in his glove and just dribbled out at the end. A tough play for the right fielder. Nonetheless, Gentile on at second on the fielder's error. And Winston advances to third, and lots of throws going all over the diamond in classic Little League style. So a little budding rally here for the Panthers. Terrence MacArthur steps in. Terrence looks at a strike, an off-speed pitch. So Terrence steps in with a good opportunity to give Holliston the lead. Both leadoff runners are on for Terrence, and that ball is scooped in the dirt by the Ashland catcher. It's 1-1 now to Terrence. 2 runners in scoring position for Terrence. 2-2 game, top of the second. On deck, TJ Kiley. And another ball in the dirt, scooped up nicely by the Ashland catcher. Again, Keegan Weiss doing the pitching for Ashland. 2-1 to T-Mac. Terrence looks at one just outside. Umpire explaining just missing wide, and a hitter's count here for Terrence, 3-1. And that just misses. So Terrence gets on base. Tight strike zone for the Ashland pitcher, Weiss, which has benefited Holliston at the moment. And it looks like the umpire is talking to somebody in the Ashland dugout. And there's some confusion here with not quite sure what's happening here, to be honest with you. The bases are loaded, and TJ Kiley stepping up to the plate. Not sure what happened there. Regardless, in steps Kiley, number 13. On deck, the top of the order, Nick Larsh. So bases loaded for Kiley. And there is a strike. Very vocal umpire, which helps out the players and the coaches and the fans at home on the edge of their seats watching this Tondorf matchup. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1 now to Kiley. As we mentioned earlier, if Holliston can win this, they will lock in the number 1 seed in the Tondorf tournament, because Franklin had to forfeit a couple games, and the Panthers have the tiebreaker against Dover Sherburne. That ball is in the dirt, so Bradley been low throughout this second inning. It's 2-1 to Kiley. Takes a deep breath. The lefty stands in. The pitch. And Kiley chops it back to the pitcher. Pitcher drops it, throws to home. They get the out at home on the force play. So Winston is out at home. Nothing he could do there. Kiley to first. Gentile to third. Terrence to second. So bag's still full, and in steps another lefty, Nick Larsh. Larsh in the first inning of the game, which was last night, as we explained, singled to lead the game off and scored. So Larsh 1 for 1. Holliston coming into this game actually now 8-1, because Holliston played earlier today and beat Hopedale. Final score of 6-2, I think. My co-producer Mark Dennison nodding in agreement, so we'll go with that. So the Panthers already played one game today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in July. Beautiful day for baseball. And that's outside to Larsh, 1-0. Bags full for Larsh, a contact hitter. And of course, as I say that, he swings and misses. Perhaps I jinked Nick on that one. 1-1 to Larsh. Bases loaded, 1 out. Still a 2-2 game. Larsh grounds to second base. Another bobble, a slide. Oh, boy. The ump calls him out, and we are far away here, but it looked like Joey Gentile had slid in safely. So a good recovery by the second baseman, number 22. That's Jack Rimza, who makes the play. 4-2 at home to get Gentile. Terrence to third, TJ to second, and Larsh to first on the fielder's choice. And in steps Kevin Rudowitz, another contact hitter. So Holliston trying to get something out of this, as they had bases loaded, nobody out. Now we're down to two outs and a strike down the middle to Rudowitz. Rudowitz grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. So MacArthur at third, Kiley at second, Larsh at first. 2 putouts at home for Ashland as they're trying to get out of this inning, and time is called by the Ashland catcher. So big spot here for Kev. Hits with power. A chance to drive in some runs and take the lead for the Panthers. The 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt and low. Gets behind the catcher, but a favorable bounce off the backstop. Terrence wisely holds at third. 1-1 to Rudowitz. Weiss winds, delivers. Kevin swings through that for strike 2. 1-2 to Kev. We know the Panther base runners are ready to explode off those bags and try to take that extra base on some contact. Kevin, it's just foul down the third base line. He's ahead of that one. Good swing with 2 strikes for Kevin. A bouncer down the line. Mostly ground balls. In fact, all these hits have been ground balls, all the contact in this inning. The 1-2. It's topped and foul, topped straight back. So Kevin, a nice defensive swing there to hang in there. Trying to get a piece of something here to straighten it out. A lot of room in the field for Kevin to drop a base hit in. And Kevin does that. A hard single that hits Kiley. They're sending him. He'll stay at third. Looked like it hit Kiley. Maybe I'm wrong on that. And I thought if it hits the runner, he's out, but I could be wrong about that. But Kevin comes through with a solid single up the middle, gets the RBI. So that was MacArthur who scores. Panthers lead 3-2. Kiley to third, Larsh to second, Rudowitz on first, and in steps Andrew Lee, who swings through the first pitch. Didn't that look like that hit Kiley?
It did.
But perhaps there's not a rule at this level, or the ump missed it. Regardless, it's a Panther break, and Lee swings through the second pitch. So 0-2 quickly to Andrew Lee. Andrew again hitting with consistency. Lots of contact made by Andrew, whether he's getting hits or outs. Very few strikeouts for Andrew on the season. Lee, I believe, with 4 home runs this season, so bases loaded. Chance for Andrew to extend the Panther lead. The 0-2. And Lee swings through that. It's a drop third strike rule. They will make the play at first. So the Panthers can only get 1 after all of that. 1 run on 2 hits. After 1.5, Panthers lead 3-2. Bottom of the second, back at Santos Field, Tondorf baseball action. It is 3-2 Panthers over Ashland. And your pitcher tonight for Holliston, Owen McCarron. And he throws low to Zach Fuelhart, number 14. So 1-0 to Zach Fuelhart. McCarron, the big righty, delivers just low and away. 2 balls, no strikes for McCarron. Defensively for Holliston, your outfield is Brady Sweeney in left, Andrew Lee in center, and Terrence MacArthur in right. That one is laced by the third baseman, O'Neill, and into left field. Sweeney, a clean field there, and into Kiley at second base. So a leadoff hit by Zach Fuelhart to get things started for Ashland. In steps number 43, Alex Asenko, with a runner on. Your infield for Holliston, Sean O'Neill at third, Kevin Rudowitz at shortstop, TJ Kiley at second, Sam Winston at first, Joe Gentile doing the catching, and we already told you about Owen, who throws a nice strike there to Alex. Runner on first for Ashland. 3-2 Panthers, bottom of the second. And that one is flared to short. This could be a double play, slightly bobbled, but they do get 1. Ball had a lot of spin on it, it looked like. Tough play for Kev to pick that up barehanded. So a fielder's choice. And they've got 1 out. The Panthers get that first out there. Alex Asenko on to first on the fielder's choice, and in steps number 99, Nick Browsick. McCarron delivers just outside ball 1. So the Panthers get that important lead runner at second base on that little flare just past the pitcher's mound. McCarron delivers, and this is a high pop-up on the infield. Rudowitz calling it, makes the play. Nicely done by Kevin, calling it up, getting under it, 2 hands, and they get the second out. So on the pop-up to the shortstop, the Panthers get their second out. So 2 down now, and in steps number 44, Jason Harrington. McCarron blows by him for a strike. That is just inside. Joey grabs it with the reach there. It's 1-1 now to Harrington. Nick Browsick at first. And that's low and away, ball 2. So 2-1 now to Harrington. 2 down here. Panthers looking to get out of this and get back in and get some more runs. Good change of speed there for McCarron. Nice high strike there, and 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. There's the big breaking ball. Gets by Gentile, so Asenko will round second. Aggressive base running, but will stay on the pass ball. So now a runner in scoring position for Ashland. And McCarron hopefully going to get this hitter here and get the Panthers in the dugout and ready to hit the 3-2. And it is a strike. So McCarron gets him looking for the 3rd out of the inning. After 2 full innings, Panthers 3, Ashland 2. Top of the 3rd inning at Santos Field in Medway. Owen McCarron, the pitcher, steps in. He hit into a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. So 0 for 1, and Owen looks at ball 1. McCarron, the big lefty, steps in. Sean O'Neill on deck. And that one is high. 2-0 to McCarron, the lefty. Owen has 2 home runs on the season. Pretty sure 2. And that one is behind McCarron. Excuse me, I had the count wrong. It is 2-1 as the umpire corrects me. The first pitch must have been a strike. So 2-1 now to McCarron. Keegan Weiss still on the hill for Ashland. 3-2 ball game. And Owen looks at a strike on the outside corner. Tough pitch there. Very difficult to put good bat on that one on the outside part of the plate. So 2-2 to McCarron. And an off-speed pitch that Owen stays back on and takes it, which was a good vision there by Owen to stay back on that and let that one go. Clearly high and outside. The 3-2 pitch to Owen. Swings and misses for strike 3. So 1 down for the Panthers, and in steps Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill had a single in the 1st inning. O'Neill with a couple of home runs on the season as well. And O'Neill threw 5 solid innings today in the win versus Hopedale and got the win. And O'Neill swings through that pitch. Looked like it had a little twist to it. So 0-1 to O'Neill. Lights just coming on here at Cassidy Field. And this one is chopped high and out of play. Cassidy Field Complex, of course, and Santos Field here in the back where the 12-year-olds are playing. 0-2 to O'Neill. Nobody on, 1 out in the 3rd inning. 3-2 Panthers. And here's the 0-2. High. Sean lays off of that one. And takes the high pitch. Good waste pitch there by Weiss with the 0-2 count, trying to get O'Neill to chase a pitch outside the zone. That is also outside the zone, and it's 2-2 now to Sean. Two and 2 to O'Neill, 1 out for the Panthers, top of the 3rd inning. That one is also high and outside, so Sean has now worked a full count after being down 0-2. O'Neill, a hitter that can make contact. And he does with a base hit up the middle. So O'Neill gets on with a base hit. He is 2 for 2 in this game. So 1 on with 1 out. In steps Andrew Dennison. He must be batting for Brady Sweeney. So Andrew Dennison checks into the game, number 24. And Andrew, a contact hitter, and going after that first pitch also fouls it off for strike 1. So 1 on for Andrew. On deck is Sam Winston. 0-1 to Dennison. And that one is chopped slowly to third. He's going to go to first, and Andrew will beat it out. Fantastic speed by Andrew Dennison. And we know where he gets it from after seeing father and co-producer Mark Dennison running to our camera booth in center field with some batteries that we needed for the microphone. So Andrew is on. He gets O'Neill to second. In steps Winston, 2 on and 1 out. That pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Sam singled his first time up to start the second inning. So O'Neill at second, Dennison at first. That one is high and inside as Sam ducks out of the way. So 2-0 now to Winston. On deck, Joey Gentile. So the Panthers threatening here with 1 out. And that one is sliced under the third baseman into left field. Everybody advances a base. Sam is on again. And the bases are now loaded, just like last inning. O'Neill to third, Dennison to second, Winston on first. And here is Joey Gentile, a hot batter right now. He has come on strong in the last 3 or 4 games. I'm going to start calling him Primetime Gentile, as a quote from his father, assistant coach Joe Gentile. Joey telling his father that he feels he plays better when the games are on TV. And this one is chopped to the shortstop. It's bobbled, and a run will score. Oh, boy. And a run scores for Holliston. They throw back to third, and they get Andrew just off the base. But that, in my opinion, a horrid call by the ump. Coach Larsh doing everything in his power to control himself, as he strongly disagrees with that call. And the Panthers do get a run, so O'Neill scores. Gentile now on first, Winston on second, and in steps Terrence MacArthur, who walked his last time up. So 2 down now for the Panthers. It is a 4-2 lead for Holliston as T-Mac looks at the first pitch and swings through it. So Terrence 0-1. Four to 2 now, Panthers. 2 down in the top of the third, and that is a strike to Terrence. Wow, low and outside, in my opinion, but a strike called by the ump. So 0-2 to T-Mac with a runner in scoring position. That ball gets by him. Winston scuttles down to third. Gentile to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Terrence. 1-2 count to T-Mac, who has hit a grand slam earlier in the summer. Terrence definitely has potential power. All we need is a base hit right now, though, and he swings through that one. So the Panthers do get a run on 2 hits. So after 2.5, Panthers 4, Ashland 2. Bottom of the third at Santos Field in Medway. Gorgeous July evening as Owen McCarron, doing the pitching for your Holliston Panthers, and delivers with a beautiful strike down the middle. And I think this is the leadoff hitter, Connor Kramer, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to wait on that in a moment. So 0-1. And make that 0-2. Owen quickly getting ahead of the hitter for Ashland. So Panthers do pick up a run in the top of the third. It's a 4-2 game, bottom 3. And this is a hard hit to center field for a base hit. Dennison, nice job fielding it, fields it cleanly, and gets it in. And that was your leadoff hitter, Connor Kramer, with the base hit. So he is 1 for 1. He walked his first time up. So Kramer is on to get things started for Ashland, and in steps Keegan Weiss, who struck out his first time up. So nobody out, leadoff hitter on for Ashland. And folks, I hope you're enjoying your seat on the couch right now, because there are moths the size of birds flapping around our television booth. Almost like one of those old Rodin Japanese creature movies. Anyways, a hard hit back to the mound. Owen, and it goes into center field. Owen did a great job to field that ball. That was a hard hit. But the throw just off, but no advancement by the runners, which is good. So tough break there. Excellent job of fielding the ball. So first and second now for Ashland. And here is Colin Cowan, number 45, who walked his first time up. And there's a strike. So McCarron continuing to be a strike machine right now. Ashland, their first two hitters are on to start this bottom of the third inning. And there's a hard ground ball to third. Larsh now in at third, steps on third, throws over to first to try to get him. An excellent play by Larsh. So Larsh has subbed in for O'Neill at third. We'll do a defensive check in a moment. Good play by Larsh to get the first out of the inning at third. So that's Kramer, who is out at third. And a fielder's choice there by Colin. He gets the first, so Keegan Weiss now on second. So Weiss on second, Cowan on first, and here is Jack Reardon, who singled his first time up. He hits a high fly ball. Andrew Dennison coming in, making the call. A great play by Andrew. A superb center fielder is Andrew Dennison, and confidently and aggressively went after the ball. That could have dropped. That was in no man's land, but Andrew using his quickness and his ball tracking skills to get to that, call it up, and make the play. So now 2 down, and up steps Max Dushney, number 4, who struck out looking his first time up. There's a pitch high by McCarron. So the defense coming up with a couple of big plays for the Panthers. So 2 down. And here's the pitch. It's outside. It's inside. It's 2-0. So runners at first and second, 2 down. McCarron hoping to get this batter out so the Panthers can get back in the dugout. The 2-0 is a strike. And the umpire, very vocal. Maybe you can hear that at home, folks. We like the enthusiasm. love the enthusiasm. So 2-1 by McCarron. And that one is swung and missed at. So there is now 2 strikes. So 2 down, 2 down. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. The pitch by McCarron. And it's chopped in front of the plate. McCarron scuttles over, makes the underhanded play to first, and retires the side. So the Panthers get out of that inning without giving up a run. So no runs on 1 hit for Ashland. And after 3 full, 4-2 Panthers. It's the top of the 4th inning in this contest between Holliston and Ashland, and in steps T.J. Kiley. Kiley fakes the bunt and looks at ball 1 in the dirt. So Kiley will get things started here in the 4th for the Panthers. On deck, Nick Larsh, top of the order coming up. Kiley reached base on a fielder's choice his last time up. And that pitch is low and outside, way outside. So 2-0 to Kiley. Keegan Weiss still doing the pitching for Ashland. Again, as we mentioned earlier, this is a very important game, more so for the Panthers to lock up that number 1 seed, which would ultimately mean they could avoid their nemesis and rival Dover Sherburne until hopefully the final round of the playoffs. So getting that number 2 seed could make a big difference for the Panthers. So they're going after it tonight. Already getting the win today versus Hopedale and hoping to finish it off tonight. So another ball in the dirt to Kiley. It's 3-0. And the fake bunt And that works as a distraction technique as Kylie gets on base with a walk. So good job there by Tej to get on base to lead off the 4th inning. And up trots Nick Larsh, number 12. Larsh has singled and hit into a fielder's choice his first 2 times up. On deck, Rudowitz. The pitch to Nick. He wisely holds off. Ball just outside the grasp of the catcher, but stays near the catcher, so TJ stays at first. 1-0 to Larsh, number 12. Larsh has a couple of home runs on the season as well. And this one is flared straight back and out of play. 1-1 to Larsh. Kylie on first. That ball's outside. So 2-1 now to Larsh. No outs in the top of the 4th. It's a 4-2 game at the moment. The lights are fully on at Santos Field tonight. That's a hard ground ball to the second baseman. It gets through his legs. Kylie will round second. He's going to look and then continue to third. So an error by the second baseman. But Larsh is on. Kylie to third. So first and third, nobody out. Here comes Kevin Rudowitz, who has singled and hit into a fielder's choice. So first and third, likely Larsh going to extend to second base to get 2 runners in scoring position on this first pitch. And Kevin swings through it. Nick galloping about a third of the way, but returns. So 0-1 to Rudowitz. Maybe it'll be this pitch that Nick will get over there. And this one is hit high and deep to left. The left fielder is back, but he makes the play. That's number 99. Both runners will tag. Larsh slides into second safe. Kylie scores, so a deep sac fly for Rudowitz gets the job done. First out of the inning. Good job by Kevin. Just missed that one on the warning track in left field. Larsh advances to second. Kylie will score, so 5-2 Panthers. And up steps Andrew Lee, who has struck out and doubled in this game. So Larsh on second, and Lee swings through it. The ball gets behind the catcher. Larsh will come into third standing. So Larsh on third, 1 down, and Andrew Lee at the plate with an 0-1 count. Off the bat, it looked like that ball by Kev had a chance to get out, but did the job nonetheless to get the runner home. Owen McCarron on deck. Andrew Lee locks in. And he hits a hard ground ball, a hard line drive into the gap in left center. Off the fence, fielded by number 99. He slides in safely into second. Andrew Lee continuing his hot streak as he has a double, 2 doubles in the game. That's an RBI double also, so Larsh scores. It is now 6-2 Panthers. And that ball looking like a beach ball right now for Andrew Lee as he slides into second. Here comes Owen McCarron, who has struck out and hit into a fielder's choice. And that's ball 1 outside. So the Panthers putting up a number here in the top of the 4th to extend their lead to 6-2. On deck, Sean O'Neill. And this one is hit hard to center, but right at the center fielder. Number 2 makes a nice play on that. That is Connor Kramer, who cuts that ball off. So a hard hit, a very nice swing by McCarron. He's out on the line drive to center field, and he hit it so hard that Andrew Lee could not advance on that. So good piece of hitting there by McCarron. Just doesn't drop in as the center fielder makes a nice play. And here is Sean O'Neill. O'Neill with 2 singles. He's 2 for 2 today. And there's a strike. So O'Neill looks at strike 1. Lee still on second. 2 runs in for the Panthers. On deck, Andrew Dennison. And that's high and away. So 1-1 to Sean O'Neill. Weiss delivers. And O'Neill chops one down the line and foul and out of play. So 1-2 now to O'Neill. (6-2) Panthers. Looking to get that #1 seed with the victory tonight. High and away. 2-2 now to O'Neill. So only one out still. 2 outs. My bad. 2 outs. And a runner in scoring position, the 2-2 pitch. That is just fouled off. Sean just got a piece of that to stay alive. Just reached out. Sean with that long wingspan, able to get a piece of the ball. We'll repeat the 2-2. This one is flared deep to right, way back and gone. Bombs away for Sean O'Neill. An opposite field 2-run homer with 2 outs, and O'Neill continues his hot streak. He is 3 for 3 on the day. And Sean O'Neill cleared the fence by about a foot or two there. Solid opposite field power. So the Panthers strike for 4 runs in this top of the 4th inning. A 2-run blast by O'Neill with 2 outs. Always painful runs with 2 outs and 2 strikes for that matter. So the Panthers now up their lead 8-2. Still 2 out in the top of the 4th inning. Andrew Dennison steps up. He had a single his first time up. Beat out that infield ball with his massive speed. So Dennison looks to get things going again with 2 down. A little hesitation here as they're getting the game ball situation taken care of. First pitch to Dennison is sliced foul and out of play. So Andrew jumping at that first pitch again. So some Sean O'Neill fireworks has given the Panthers an 8-2 lead. 0-1 to Dennison. Looks at strike 2. A nice breaking ball by Weiss. So 0-2 to Andrew. On deck, Winston. Andrew. Whoa, boy. I can't even control myself because Andrew had to jump out of the way on that, and it was still called a strike. I don't blame Andrew for not swinging at that. A horrible call, but nonetheless, it is strike 3. And after 3.5, Panthers 8, Ashland 2. Bottom of the 4th, Panthers just exploded for 4 runs in the top of the 4th. It's 8-2. McCarron still doing your pitching for the Panthers, and he starts off with a strike to Jake Rimza. Number 22. He grounded out his first time up to the shortstop. Swings through that one so quickly, 0-2. McCarron ahead of the leadoff hitter. Rimza, Fuelhart, Asenko due up for Ashland. And there is a high breaking ball. It just misses. 1-2 to Rimza. McCarron doing a nice job so far. 2 innings and no runs, no earned runs. And there's strike 3. So McCarron getting the leadoff hitter, that all-important leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes Zach Fuelhart, number 14, hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Actually, he singled, and then was out on a fielder's choice at second base. And that ball is low and in the dirt. Everybody getting out of the way of that one. Good scoop by Joey. And there'll be a quick meeting at the mound. As Gentile quickly comes out, Larsh from third comes over to talk to Owen. 1-0 to Fuelhart. 1 out for the Panthers. That's hit hard, but right at Kiley. And it is an out. TJ grabs that just before it hits the dirt, so a line out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. And McCarran continuing to cruise. In steps Alex Asenko. He reached base on a fielder's choice his last time up in the second inning. So 2 quick outs for the Panthers. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Your defense for the Panthers: MacArthur in left, Dennison in center, and Lee in right. This is a slow chopper to the third base side end, and it'll be a fair ball. And that's a tough play there. No one's going to get to that ball as it slowly just dies in between the catcher, the pitcher, and the third baseman. So your outfield is MacArthur, Dennison, and Lee. Infield of Larsh at third, Rudowitz at short, Kiley at second, Winston at first. Gentile still doing the catching. And that's a hard hit up the middle. So Andrew fields it cleanly, and a base hit there for, that was Nick Bialczyk, who gets on base with his first hit of the day. So the Ashland team looking to get something going with 2 down. Runners at first and second. In steps Jason Harrington, who struck out looking his first time up. So 2 outs. And he swings through that first pitch for a strike. So 0-1 to Harrington. McCarran looking to get out of this inning. Little dribbler and then a hard single, all with 2 outs. That pitch is low, 1-1. McCarran winds, delivers. High and inside, the ball pops out of Gentile's glove. The runners will advance. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Ashland. 2-1 is the count. Panther defense is ready. McCarran winds and delivers. Low and away for ball 3. 3-1. To Harrington again, who struck out looking his first time up. And that's chopped to Rudowitz at short, who will throw to first, and they will get the out at first, and that will end the inning. So no harm done. Ground out 6-3 in your scorebook. That will end the bottom of the 4th. So after 4 full innings, Holliston 8, Ashland 2. Top of the 5th, Tondorf action in Medway. Panthers leading 8-2. Sam Winston steps in. He is 1 for 2. Reached base on an error and a single. And Sam looks and he chops it. Is it going to get up the middle? It's bobbled. He'll get on. Hard to say whether he would have beaten that one out or not, but he pulled the ball. Sam usually hitting to the left side, so the leadoff hitter is on. Sam's on for the 3rd time, and up steps Joey Gentile. Prime time Joey. Joey has reached base on an error, actually twice, and looks at ball 1. I think it was a ball, but it bounces away from the catcher. Sam scampers down to second. So Gentile has a runner in scoring position. Time called by the umpire. I'm not sure what the discussion is now, but time has been called by the ump. And now play will be resumed. So Winston on second, nobody out. This is the top of the 5th. It's an 8-2 Panther lead. Here is Joe Gentile. They did give Sam the hit on that. So assuming he would have beaten out that throw as that bouncer up the middle. So here is Joey G. And he looks at ball. Low and away. So 8-2 lead for the Panthers. Top 5. This is a big game, as we've mentioned a couple times, for the Panthers. Joey chops at 1. Big step. And just fouls it off back. So that's a strike for Joe. And new pitcher for Ashland is Connor Kramer, number 2. So Keegan Weiss done for the day after 4 innings, giving up 8 runs. And Joey just reaches at it, will advance the runner to third, almost beats it out. Good hustle by Gentile, but is out on the ground out to first. But does advance Winston to third. So runner on third now with less than 2 outs, with 1 out specifically, and in steps Terrence MacArthur. Terrence has walked and struck out today. Walked and struck out for T-Mac. So Joey gets the job done, advances the runner. Terrence, a big swing and a miss. Strike 1 to T-Mac. Terrence also enjoys playing basketball in his free time when not with the Tondorf team. And Terrence swings through that one. Winston will stay at third as that ball gets away so quickly. 0-2 to Terrence. Terrence also a football player. The 0-2 pitch. And that's hit slowly behind the pitcher. It's bobbled by the second baseman, recovers, and not in time. Winston will score 9-2 Panthers. Terrence reaches base on the E4 there. And number 22, Jack Rimza, having a tough time at second base at the moment. Tough play there. Looked like a lot of spin on the ball. So Terrence is on with 1 out, and re-entering the game is Brady Sweeney. So Sweeney will re-enter the game for Kylie. Brady Sweeney, number 6. He grounded out to the first baseman. He lines one to second, and Jack Rimza will recover from his error as Terrence takes off on that pitch. Really not much he can do there. Hard line drive right at the second baseman. Then the throw to first for the double play. Tough play to react by Terrence. He probably would have been off the base by a couple feet anyways and likely thrown out. So the Panthers do get 1 run on 1 hit. And after 4.5, 9-2 Panthers. Bottom of the 5th. 9-2 Panther lead. McCarron still on the mound and pitching very well, as he has not given up an earned run yet in 3 innings pitched on this beautiful Sunday evening in July. Top of the order, it's Connor Kramer, who is 1 for 1. He reached base on a single and a walk. So your defense for the Panthers: in left, Sean O'Neill; center, Andrew Dennison; and right, Andrew Lee. There's a strike by McCarron. Your infield is Larsh at third, Rudowitz short, Sweeney at second, Winston at first, Gentile still doing the catching. Swing and a miss for McCarron. 2-2 count now to Kramer. So 9-2, commanding lead for the moment for the Panthers. And Owen, a nice breaking ball, just stays inside. So full count now to Kramer. Leadoff hitter for Ashland. Kramer, Weiss, and Cowan due up. And a swing and a miss. And the throw down to first. Good throw by Joey. The drop third strike rule in play here in the 12-year-old level of the Tondorf League in Medway. So a swing and a miss, and McCarron gets that. Very important first out. Weiss now will step into the batter's box. He has struck out and reached base on an error. He swings and misses for strike 1. This is Keegan Weiss. He was the starter for Ashland. So Weiss up with 1 out. The pitch. And another strike by McCarron. Nice breaking ball there by Owen. Quickly ahead of Weiss, 0-2. Comes inside, it's 1-2 to Weiss. Good job pitching by McCarron. Changing speeds, inside, outside, high and low. And this is a high fly ball to right. Andrew Lee calling it. and Andrew Lee making the catch. A nice play by Andrew Lee to call him off. Andrew Dennison there for the backup. So 2 down now. The first 2 hitters are retired for Ashland. Good play by Andrew Lee in right, a stupendous outfielder. This team has very good outfielding between Lee, Dennison, and Sweeney. There has been some fantastic plays and others that I'm not mentioning, but those have been 3 standout outfielders throughout the season. That one's fouled back. This is Connor Cowan. He has reached base on a fielder's choice and walked. So 0 for 1 technically in the book. McCarron cruising along, 2 down here in the 5th. That's a ground ball to third. Larsh backhands it. Long throw to first, and he gets him. A fantastic play. Larsh over to first. 1-2-3 inning in the 5th, and the Panther crowd is fired up. Holliston coming together into the dugout to bat for the last time tonight. After 5 full innings, Holliston 9, Ashland 2. Top of the 6th. Tondorf League Baseball. Panthers 9-3 over Ashland. In steps number 12, Nick Larsh, the leadoff hitter for the Panthers. He fouls it straight back. So Larsh has singled, hit into a fielder's choice, and reached base on an error. On deck, Rudowitz. So 9-2 Panther lead. And this one is fouled back. Nick just got a piece of it. Number 2 for Ashland, Connor Kramer, in his 2nd inning of work. Gave up a run last inning, so he came in to relieve Keegan Weiss. So Larsh digs in, down 0-2. Trying to get a little rally started so the Panthers can have a little bit extra heading into the bottom of the last inning. He chops that down to first. It's fielded cleanly by number 34, Keegan Weiss, and he will be retired. So 1 down for the Panthers, and in steps Kevin Rudowitz. Kevin grounded out to short, singled, and had a sac fly back in the 4th inning. So Kevin 1 for 2 on the evening. And this is a hard single up the middle for Rudowitz, fielded cleanly by number 99. That is Nick Bialzik, who fields it and gets it in. So Rudowitz on base, his 2nd hit of the night. He's 2 for 3 now, and in steps Andrew Lee. Lee has doubled and struck out. So 2 for 3 for Lee as he looks at his first pitch, which is high and away. Ball 1. Andrew Lee having himself a wonderful season. And this one is hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Andrew Lee. Rudowitz to 2nd, so Lee continues his hot ways. He's 3 for 4. Rudowitz on 2nd, so 1st and 2nd for the Panthers. And here is Owen McCarron. McCarron, a fantastic job of pitching tonight. Throwing 4 solid innings, scoreless innings for the Panthers so far. And that is a wild pitch, but the runners will stay. So ball 1 to Owen. Owen has reached on a fielder's choice, struck out and flew out, lined out to center field his last time up on a hard hit to the center fielder. The 1-0 pitch to McCarron. This one is a hard line drive base hit into center field. And they are sending Rudowitz from 3rd. Nope, he will put the brakes on, and he's back into 3rd safely. So the bags are full for the Panthers. 3 singles up the middle for Rudowitz, Lee, and McCarron, and up steps Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill on fire tonight. He has singled, and he has homered. 3 for 3 for O'Neill, and bases loaded here with only 1 out. On deck is Andrew Dennison. So bases loaded for O'Neill, looking to do some more damage. O'Neill already with 3 RBIs in this game. And he chops one to 2nd base. It's off the 2nd baseman and into right field. 1 run will score. Make that 2 runs will score. So 2 runs come in. Rudowitz and Lee scampers home. McCarron to 2nd. Sean reaches base. Tough hop for the second baseman. Probably should have had him. Go with an error on that one. And in steps Andrew Dennison. Dennison has struck out. Took a tough low and outside pitch. And he has singled today. So 1 for 2 for Andrew as he steps in with 2 runners on deck Sam Winston. The Panther crowd cheering for Andrew. And he slices one. Fair ball down the line. And it gets by the right fielder. Andrew's still running. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. O'Neill slides in. He's safe. Just barely reaching home plate. And Andrew Dennison, a 2-run triple. Fantastic wheels by Andrew. That ball, you can see the chalk flying off the foul line. So McCarron scores, O'Neill scores, and Andrew ends up on third base. That's what we love to see out of Andrew. Hard contact and just watch him run. So, quick pause in the action here as the umpire cleans up home plate. Here comes Sam Winston. Sam 2 for 3 on the day. He's got Dennison on third and 1 out. That pitch is high and away for ball 1. Love when we see the dust flying on the line. Andrew painted that beautifully. So Dennison on third, the 1-0 pitch to Winston. Swings through that one for strike 1. 1-1 to Sam. On deck is Joey Gentile, primetime Gentile. The 1-1. That's sliced and will drop for a base hit. Andrew will score. So on the curveball by Kramer, Sam just gets a piece of it, and it pops into center field for the RBI single. So Sam 3 for 4. Dennison scores. 5 runs in for the Panthers right now. So quickly 14-2, and it looks like they're going to call the game, it looks like. So the mercy rule being applied in the top of the inning. I'm a little confused, but we'll take the win as a Panther fan. And on that RBI, I guess that's the 12-run rule, and it'll be a 14-2 final for the Panthers. And sports fans, that means that your Holliston Panthers are the #1 seed in the Tondorf League tournament heading into the playoffs. Well, they do have one more regular season game Thursday night, which at this point is meaningless in the standings. I'm sure the Panthers will be playing to win. But the Panthers, a strong performance, strong offensive attack, 14 runs, a plethora of hits, and fantastic pitching by Owen McCarron, throwing 4 scoreless innings. And they have mercied Ashland, and they now are 9-1 on the season. 9-1 on the season, heading to Thursday night's game. So, to recap, the Panthers are in first place and pull off 2 victories today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Medway. Final score from Santos Field: Holliston 14, Ashland 2. I'm Brian Winston. For cameraman and co-producer Mark Dennison, we will see you in the playoffs.